7. 2 hours a day reading podcasts nosan mit. 125 hours a day with loads of loving reflection on one's own fates. Siya Shokarkon. 05. Throughout history, countless missionaries have left everything behind to come to the New World. Why? Because they believed it was worth it to bring the people there the greatest gift they had, the good news of Jesus Christ. Many Europeans came to the New World to conquer, exploit, and plunder, but Catholic missionaries came for only one reason. They had been loved by God and had experienced the transforming power of His grace. They understood that Jesus, the Word made flesh, had come to give us life in abundance. They left everything behind in the hope of sharing that new life with people they had never met, people who might not even want it. 044. For the first 40 or 50 years of Christianity here, there were only a few thousand conversions. But then, something extraordinary happened. In December of 1531, the Church of London was approached for a reef. 058. A man named Juan Diego was walking through the hills of Tepeyac in what is now Mexico, on his way to care for his sick uncle. Juan Diego had converted to Catholicism and was a devout follower of Christ. One day, as he passed through these hills, a young woman appeared to him. She was dressed in the traditional clothing of the native people and appeared to be about 15 or 16 years old. She identified herself as the Mother of God and gave Juan Diego a message for the bishop. A shrine should be built in her honor on that hill. Juan Diego was skeptical, so he went to the bishop, but the bishop was not convinced. He demanded a sign. So, Juan Diego returned to the hill, where the woman appeared again. She instructed him to gather Castilian roses, roses that were blooming miraculously in December, a time when roses don't bloom. Juan Diego gathered them, wrapped them in his tilma, a kind of woven cloak, and went back to the bishop. 150. When Juan Diego unwrapped his tilma to show the bishop the roses, they fell to the ground. But there, imprinted on the tilma, was the image of the young woman he had seen. That image is now known as Our Lady of Guadalupe. 2:20. What's even more remarkable is that the tilma, which was made of rough, woven fibres, should have deteriorated within 20 years, yet it has lasted for over 500 years, still intact. When scientists examined the image, they found that there are no brush strokes, no evidence of paint. It's inexplicable how this image was created. 250. For many years, I thought the most miraculous part of the story was the tilma itself. But I later learned something even more extraordinary. According to Dr. Peter Kreeft, a brilliant author and theologian, the real miracle wasn't just the tilma or the roses. It was the profound transformation that followed. In the years after the apparition, somewhere between 8 and 10 million people converted to Christianity. These conversions happened not over generations, but in a matter of a few short years. 3. He came not to dominate, but to share in their lives, to become one of them. 4. The message of Christianity is the incarnation, that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. By sending Mary, God was saying, I am one of you. Mary, in her appearance, was showing the people that they were not forgotten, that they too were beloved children of God. Through her, we see God's incredible love for all people, regardless of race or social status. 4. 5. 7. 6:30. I gave her darling. Thank you for joining me today. God bless, and may Our Lady of Guadalupe pray for us. Amen.